everyone, welcome to the channel Question to Cure. This is the start of a medical research series where we explore large, complicated health science topics and break them down into small, bite-sized videos for any of us to learn to think like a researcher. Let's see what we have for today.
Today on Science Makes Sense, a question that sounds almost ridiculous. Why do we spend billions of dollars on science that cures nothing? But here's the strange part. Most research isn't trying to cure anything at all. Most people picture a scientist in a lab racing to cure cancer. And some are, but most of them aren't. Many spend years studying tiny proteins, bacteria, worms, glowing jellyfish, even fruit flies. It sounds useless, doesn't it? So first, what even is research? We tend to think research means looking something up, finding an answer that already exists. But real research is the exact opposite. It's creating knowledge that nobody, anywhere, has ever had before. Scientists deliberately walk to the edge of what humans know and ask questions no one can answer yet. Questions like, why do cells divide? Why do we sleep? How do neurons communicate? Why does cancer spread? Nobody knows, and that's exactly the point. Now, this splits science into two kinds. Applied research asks, how do we build a cure, a device, a drug? But basic research asks something simpler and stranger. How does nature actually work? Not how do we use this, just how does it work? And why does it work that way? So they study the fundamentals like DNA, proteins, bacteria, immune cells, fruit flies. And here's the uncomfortable part. Most of these discoveries have no use at all when they're first made. So why spend billions on it? Because almost every medical breakthrough in history began as a question that looked completely pointless. And you simply cannot predict which curiosity will change the world. It almost always follows the same path, curiosity, then a discovery. Years pass, technology catches up, and finally, medicine. The gap between the question and the cure can be 30, 40, even 50 years. So let me show you 3 real examples, 3 questions that have completely changed medicine. Number 1. In the 1960s, scientists studied a jellyfish that glows in the ocean. People thought it was a waste of time. Why study a glowing jellyfish? But that glow became GFP, a tool that tags living cells with light. Today, we make cancer cells glow green and watch disease spread in real time. That won a Nobel Prize award. Number 2, scientists asked an odd question. Why don't bacteria constantly die from viruses? It seemed like trivia, but bacteria, it turns out, have their own immune system, a way to cut up invading DNA. That system is now called CRISPR. Today, it lets us edit human genes with a precision we once thought was impossible. Another Nobel Prize. Number 3, for almost 30 years, a handful of researchers studied messenger RNA, the molecule that carries instructions inside your cells. It was considered slow, unglamorous, and mostly ignored. No one was thinking about a pandemic. Then COVID hit, and those decades of boring research made a working vaccine possible in under a year, saving millions of lives. So step back and look at that pattern. Virtually every FDA-approved drug traces back to decades of earlier basic science, and most Nobel-winning discoveries had no obvious use at the moment they were made. That's the deal we make. We fund thousands of curious questions, knowing most won't pay off, because a few of them will change everything. Curiosity isn't a luxury, it's the engine behind medicine.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of the series linked in the description below. Bye!